The three major issues were not forgotten in the outcome document. They're in there. But some of the brackets that qualifying them were removed. For example, the need for new and additional financing for the green. This is still being discussed. Where is it going to come from? Etc. Second, it's a recurring issue of technology transfer. The third is that we were quite hopeful that there would be more content beside the concept and principles to SDG, more content. There were none. This is only concept. The second question on why new institution. Ambassador Akao, although I highlighted three, two of them are time-bound to processes to set up how the SDG is going to be, the process, the content, whether there will be indicators, metrics, etc. It's time-bound. On the financing one, it's also more or less time-bound. The only one which is not time-bound is the high-level panel, which will eventually replace the Commission on Sustainable Development. So it's not new, but some hope will improve upon the Sustainable Development Commission, which has been on for 20 years now. The third is very good, Planet Under Pressure. It's an excellent outcome, and they made available the executive summary. It was available more or less a few days after the event. A very nicely prepared booklet was available in New York soon after that. In Rio, it was also available. And as you said, there were 500 side events, including the results of the Sustainable Development Dialogue. And this was what a number of us were saying, that there was a disconnect. All these excellent, excellent side events, including I just organized one, came out with some very, very, very good recommendations, and so many others. Somehow it did not fit into the negotiators. I fully agree with Surrender that this using the virtual, interactive, internet, IT technology where 1.2 million people took part in, and right at the Rio conference where after the panel presentation, you can vote on it. And within 2 minutes, you can see the results of the first 1, 2, 3. I attended about 2.5 of them out of the 10. And it's really amazing that there seems to be very good unanimity of what would be the most important first, second, perhaps the third recommendations. So all the recommendations which came out first received at least 50% of the votes. Some goes up to 55, 60%. Second one dropped about 40, 45%. The third is lower. So there is amongst the experts there quite good consensus of what are the major issues and what needs to be done. So it's a very good mechanism. Earlier on, I advised IJS and everybody here to see how these could be refined and perhaps even applied it at the national and local level. The major challenge now is that how can we then make sure that all these tremendous input by all segments of society get into the government decision-making process.
Thank you very much,
Mr. Chun. Especially environmental organizations' point.
The first question are the three issues I would highlight if I choose three. First of all, roadmap of a green economy was dropped out, and green growth was dropped out, And the global partnership was dropped out. I think those are the very regrettable dropped out, I think. And then for why new institution? Actually, what the government is the member state who requested it. So, but the difficult problem was, so SD is about integration of three pillars. But as you, Ambassador knows very well, CSD has been mainly attended by environmental ministries. And it has a very limited capacity of integration. That's why they also got frustrated again. Then they're coming up with this ECOSOC idea and high-level political panel again. So I think the ultimate issue is that how we can find a governance structure for integration, which is very difficult. And also even UN Secretariat is DESA. DESA is a Department of Economic and Social Affairs. There's an environment is missing. So the concept of SD still not mainstream in the structure of UN system. At ESCA, for example, we are Economic and Social Commission. We are not Sustainable Development Commission. But since 1992, I think we should have changed our name from DESA to Department of Social Development, and the ESCA should be Sustainable Development Commission rather than Economic and Social. So the governance for integration is still a very difficult challenge to be done. That's why people are coming up with this and that ideas. And also, I think I agree with you, ASEAN Environment Organization will be good for environmental pillar, but it will not be a solution for integration of three pillar. So we need something else for that. And then also implication of side event, I agree with you that the negotiators, they don't have even any time or 1 minute to go out of the negotiating room. So they never know what has happened outside of the negotiating room. So there's a complete disconnect between the side event and the negotiation, as I was a negotiator myself.
ありがとうございました。シュルさん、何かコメントありますか?
Thank you very much. Any comment from you?
Can't help. One of the ambassadors at Rio said ECOSOC is a graveyard of good ideas, and we need to change ECOSOC. So effectively, without using the UN language, I think we buried CSD and gave birth to this new political forum under ECOSOC. In UN, I think we have not seen any organization that has been closed down. CSD might be the first one if it goes through the next General Assembly. We counted 45 and growing. Every year there's 1 or 2 added. But end of the day, I think we as public need to talk to our government officials who take these decisions. It is not the UN that is making these decisions, so it's the government. So as a public, we need to find a way to get our negotiators and ambassadors in New York to take these brave decisions that are needed for sustainable development. As Mr. Chung rightly pointed out, the integration coherence is needed.
どうもありがとうございました。ではもう少し時間が。
Thank you very much. We still have some time left. So, Mr. Mori, please. And then who else?
My name is Mori from IDES. 2 questions. First one on the issue of CBDR, common but differentiated responsibility. Mr. Chung, you mentioned you saw no reason why some countries have been insisting on this CBDR to promote green economy. And I agree with you. I think CBDR should be applied to global environmental issues. That's the kind of consensus. Why are they saying this? That is the question I'd like you to elaborate further. And also, the fact that developing countries, some of them developed considerably, and they are now emerging countries or coming close to developed countries. Then how this CBDR, which was based upon 2 different worlds, developed and developing countries, how this CBDR need to be modified now? That is a related question regarding CBDR. And next one is why Latin American countries are so negative about green economy. And perhaps this question I'd like Surendra to answer.